cute
Oh,
with
yeah,
his
I
little
think
raincoat.
Fall in love with Tora here in a Jeep.
Oh, my God.
That's absolutely the winner.
Yep.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of PlayStation Underground. You got Tim and Kristen here.
Hey.
And we're joined by Thomas Wilson, who is the co-studio head at Beanox and the creative director of Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. Welcome, Thomas.
Thank you very much.
So we're taking a first look here at Dragon Mines in Crash Team Racing, which I'm super excited to visit. Tell us a little bit about what we're checking out here today.
Yeah, so Dragon Mines is one of the original tracks from Crash Team Racing. And like all the other tracks, our goal was to sort of reimagine what the track would look like today.
Oh, man.
So what are some of the biggest differences that folks will be seeing?
Yeah, so it was called Dragon Mines because it's Komodo Joe's track. So it's his home turf. It's a track you'd be racing him on. But at the same time, there are no dragons. To a certain extent, it was a reference to the character. But, we told ourselves, what if there was a mining community would have stumbled upon an old dragon's treasure. So here what you have is, as you can see on the side, is we have like the full community with little houses and carts going
moving.
around.
I was going to say, it's like this detailed ecosystem happening around you while you're racing.
Yeah,
yes.
It seems like what, the power of, this version of the game has allowed you to do is it seems like there's just stories to tell within these tracks now that weren't really there before.
Yeah, and really our goal was to animate the world. It was fairly static at the time because of the technological constraints. But when today we can have fun with animating the world. So what you'll see as you're racing, although it's not where you're paying attention first, is that we'll have miners digging at the same time as the music beat. We'll add rats walking around doing funny stuff. To the left here as you're coming by, there's a whack-a-mole just to the left there, and a dragon paying attention to what's going on in the track, trying to breathe fire, but he's so old that he's unsuccessful.
Aw, buddy.
So yeah, these are the things that we're doing, and now we can have piles of gold everywhere. Oh, you got crushed there.
My bad.
Yeah.
All right.
And so these are some of the things that we're thinking about when we're redesigning the track. We're not redesigning the layout. The layout is exactly the same grid controls. But what's going on in the world, though, we can have fun with.
That's incredible. So yeah, the muscle memory of shortcuts and different techniques that players that played the original in 1999 had, those are still valid here.
Yes.
But then there's just new set dressing and amazing new things to check out. There's so much to check out that since we have you here, let's hop back in and maybe you can give us a bit of a tour of Dragon Mines.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're back at Dragon Mines here again, and let's sort of take our time. We've gone into time trial, so we've got the whole place to ourselves.
Yes.
And Thomas, would love your developer's insight into just some of the things that people might not notice as they're just whizzing by lap after lap.
Yep. So we're taking this time to give you a quick tour of some of the attentions to detail that we like to put in every track. So first thing you notice is that we've customized every starting gate with the track.
Little animation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in this case, you had at the beginning of the track, you see these bats flying away. And now we have this miner trying to grab the last bat that stayed there.
I guess he just doesn't like bats. That's fine.
And so as you're racing, sometimes you'll see animations evolve over time as you're completing laps.
Nice.
So, of course, we filled the caves with, gold nuggets and stuff.
And just waterfalls and
yes.
grinding gears.
And so here's an example of what you're seeing. A little bit of humor
whack-a-mole.
here. Whack-a-mole right there. With the moles always hiding at the last minute. And then
love
you
the
have the
two
moles kind of watching it.
Yeah.
Poor family.
Yeah, poor family.
I believe in you.
Poor family of moles. And then we have like the little Ferris wheel right here, probably working, some kind of mechanism around the mine.
Yeah,
Aw.
hard at work.
Yeah, and then
There's our
our dragon. So dragon here, so we open up the cave area, and he's actually trying to be threatening, right? Trying to breathe fire as the racers are going by, but to no avail. He's too old.
I'm deeply intimidated, buddy. It's a good effort. Good old boy.
And so this is one thing we'll be trying to do. Like right here, to your right, you have a rat getting stuck in
Oh no!
in a wooden pole here, and so you have
Very
like
helpful
his buddy.
friends,
Yes,
too.
Yeah.
have his buddy like
Pulling by his ear.
Amazing.
laughing it off
my
as they're trying to pull him. So this is the kind of humor we're putting. Like, we've added piles of gold in the distance, carts on rails and stuff like that.
Are there any shortcuts we could highlight?
Yes, there's one, but it can be very difficult. You have one right here. So as you see, the carts are sort of like rolling by. So I suggest you have a boost to pick that shortcut.
Because there's probably one hot on your heels here.
I'm just going to get probably crushed by it as it's coming.
Dump out onto the track.
there you go.
Okay.
And so, but if you have a boost, you can use that shortcut to your advantage
nice.
and skip the entire section. But as you can see, got squished twice. So definitely need to have some kind of boost or Aku Aku mask, I recommend.
Well, that was a very selfless act of you to show everybody and Barry getting squished like that.
And so talking about the mining community, that's an example of an area that was empty in the original game. So we really wanted to fill it up with life, right? So now we have like little houses, right, basically located right by the stone pillars.
Where all the miners live on their off time.
And you see them like mining and moving and dancing at the same time as the music goes on. So these are the things. You even have my point there in the background, a little Beanox logo right in the distance.
You sneaky devil.
Yep. So these are things that we do. So, that's the kind of humor and life that we want to add to every track.
It's amazing. It's there's so much going on here to digest. So thanks for walking us through it. We're actually going to jump into another exciting track in just a second. All right, before we jump into the next track, I want to take a quick look at the retro skin for Crash, which is incredible.
So polygonal.
Glorious, chunky polygons.
Love it.
Yeah, that's exclusive to PlayStation. So we have Retro Crash, Retro Coco, and Retro Cortex.
Nice.
Along with this brand new Retro Kart set.
Awesome.
Very
and
cool.
I think we are going to check out even more retro content here. All right, we're here taking a first deep look at Retro Stadium,
Nice.
the PlayStation exclusive track. And gosh, you know what, Thomas? I got to say, I love what you've done with the place.
Thank you.
This is a PlayStation exclusive? I had no idea from all those logos.
That's what I was going to say. So,
I love it.
a brand new retro reinterpretation of Turbo Track, Retro Stadium. And, it's full of twists and turns. But it's also made of low polys.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, even just looking at this track right below you, like, it really brings you back, but it still looks crisper and cleaner than it probably did back in 1999.
Well, yeah, I mean, we had a lot of fun actually retrofitting this track.
Yeah.
Our studio art director, who I've been working with for about 20 years, back to the time when we were developing PlayStation 1 games, was actually having fun playing with 32 by 32 pixels textures.
Wow.
And would go as far as picking 64 by 64 pixel textures. So, but that, this is where we're pushing it. And so,
say, like, is it incredibly challenging to have to go back after you've spent the majority of this game sort of cleaning things up, and now we're sort of stripping it back?
Yeah, the difficult part is removing stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because we've had it so much with the brand new remastered version. But in this case, what we did is we turn on the texture filtering off. And this is how we can achieve the pixelated look underground, even in the crowd.
Yeah.
So it was really a matter of, it's less is more, right? So it was being faithful to the original arena model from TurboTrack, and then making sure that even the corners or even the flying banner right here, we'd be tempted to add poles, but that wouldn't be fair to the original game. So yeah,
it's super authentic, and what I love about it is like it's got a new look to it, but yet like the other stages, like Dragon Mines, even the track layout itself is familiar, so you'll remember those shortcuts and that sort of muscle memory will come back to you.
Yeah,
Especially
and it's definitely a
tight
technical course.
Yeah.
A lot of tight turns, a lot of turbo pads.
Right here.
I've been really grappling with these. I've yet to perfect them, but that's something.
You're doing all right.
Thanks. Well,
at least I avoided that one.
Almost took them with me.
Oh.
Maybe I should ease off the gas a little bit.
I don't
That's
know.
probably my trick. It's just
Here you have this opportunity to maybe finish first.
Tip.
Oh, you might get it.
Oh, please. No one have a missile behind me.
Successful.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
It's all
Great
hinging
job.
on that.
You know what? I think I'm ready to jump in here as well.
You wanna?
Yeah.
All right. Let's jump in. Let's do some split screen multiplayer. What do you guys think?
Of course.
All right, before we jump into some split-screen multiplayer, let's play around with the randomization option a little bit just to see what's going on here.
I was going to say, we've
yes.
all clearly just been mixing and matching all these different skins and carts. I love this, though, because it could bring up a combo that you'd never even considered.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very powerful button. That's why we created it. Actually, it's one of the things I like the most when we're playing this game now, is to randomize just for the fun of it.
Oh, it's so cute
Oh,
with
yeah,
this
I
little
think I
raincoat.
fall in love with Pura here in a Jeep.
Oh, man.
That's absolutely the winner.
Yep.
So,
Let's see. Why not? Guess
Yeah.
I'll be playing as Zam with the Bulldog.
excellent.
look.
And then for those following along at home, player 1 is going to be Thomas. I am player 2. Kristen's player 3. And then Scott over there is player 4. So let's jump on in. All right, so we're jumping into Polar Pass. We
Stay
got
frosty.
Yeah, stay frosty, guys. May the best racer win.
Thank you.
Gotta try to get that. I'm not consistent in getting that boost. Thomas, what's your tip for getting that starting boost?
So you have to wait for the final green light to hit
Okay.
it. I mean, so you have to pay attention to the sound bite, and then you hit it as soon as the last green light turns red.
All right, I think that muscle memory will come back to me. But yeah, just wanted to say personally, thank you so much for including split-screen multiplayer in Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled here. I feel like it's sort of something that I don't take for granted anymore. I'm really appreciative when developers decide to put this in the game, which is also faithful to the original, right?
Yes, it had to be. I mean, there's so much fun playing together in split screen. It had to be there.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh. Now I'm noticing if I do a hop over any of these jumps, it sort of gives me a little bit of a boost.
Yes, it does. As a matter of fact, you need to sort of understand when it's time to hit the hop button on top of any slope to get a little bit of momentum, and you get an extra boost. Especially the higher the jump, the higher the boost when you land.
Nice.
Yeah, it seems like between tracks with jumps like that, and then getting the power boost as well, like it's pivotal for winning a race. I mean, especially when you're playing against other players.
Absolutely. And you might notice if I'm pressing the triangle button, now I'm switching to the classic HUD, top left corner.
Oh yeah.
And so if you like the old version, you can use that. Or if you prefer the new version, the Nitro-Fueled HUD we created, you get a little bit more. You get a little bit more information about how you can master the boost when you're power sliding.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while for me since I was trying to master these boosts, and so having that extra information is super handy. But then, yeah, if folks are used to the classic look, that's available too. Dang it, into the drink.
I know. Every time.
Should have chose Crash's scuba skin for how much time I'd be spending in the water here.
By the way, I think I'm killing it.
Just
saying.
Yeah. Have you spent some time with this game before, Thomas?
I think you might have played it before.
I just started playing this morning.
Oh wow!
Oh no.
Oh no,
to jump
being
there.
chased by the warp orb.
One day I'll get that shortcut that's at the top of that tunnel.
Yeah, so you need to hop at the right time in order to get to hit
Yeah.
it.
That's a tricky one. Though.
I just slammed into the wall.
Oh.
Oh, dang it. That was a close one.
Do you have a favorite power-up, Thomas?
The missiles, the
All right.
tracking missiles, of course.
It's a
I mean, that's the most satisfying to fire away.
slam dunk.
Although I kind of like throwing a rolling bomb behind me when I know I'm being chased,
Oh,
when
yeah.
I have an
It's so deeply
an
satisfying.
opponent on my tail.
It is, yeah. It's a big.
When everything goes according to plan.
And of course, in this game, it's important to remind everybody that you need to. The more Wumpa fruits you collect, as soon as you have 10, you get a little faster, but also your power-ups become more potent.
Oh no.
And
Oh,
so
they do.
Oh yeah, they do. So the green beaker turns into a red beaker, and now you have a little cloud, a rainy cloud on top of your head if you get hit by it. Rolling bombs will last longer. TNT crates will turn into nitro crates instead, which will explode on impact.
Oh,
And I
boy.
should be talking while I'm racing.
And yet you're still
Yeah, look at-
totally
Yeah, and I'm still first
dominating.
place.
Maybe that would just even the odds a little bit.
Distract him more. Get over
Oh
here.
no! Oh, was that you, Kristen?
It
There
was.
you go.
Oh, and then I hit a wall. So
How
don't
dare
worry
you?
about
All right,
it.
well, I just spun out. Oh man, it's just so much more intense.
How you guys doing?
Listen.
See you having a good time.
It's
Gonna
great back
say-
here. Thanks, Thomas.
No.
No.
I'm going to get myself a drink. Do you want
Oh,
anything?
okay, thanks. No ice, though. Let's see. So
All right.
it's a race for second now.
For third.
Or
isn't
for
it?
third, actually. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
no, yeah. It's just Kristen and I. Oh,
Yeah.
well. Hey, I finished.
All right.
That's what matters.
That's good.
Thomas, thank you so much for stopping by and showing off Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled.
My pleasure.
Not long to wait to visit Dragon Mines and Retro Stadium and play some multiplayer. It's coming out June 21st.
Yeah, I can't wait for people to get their hands on it.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.
PlayStation